Yotam here, and I'm super excited because I'm sitting on top of a new piano, the Casio AP-300 that was sent to me for a review. And I gotta say, I'm very excited because I have been using Casio products in the past, namely the CTS1 and the CTS500, which I had amazing time using them, and I even bought the CTS500 for my school. So without further ado, let's unbox this thing and test some sounds. Well, I have a birthday in 2 days and Casio has treated me with this instrument. I didn't receive any money for it, and I will tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. But right off the bat, I must say that this instrument just looks beautiful and it makes my living room shine with this really nice dark brown color and matching stool. Now, of course, a piano is determined by the sound, so let me play to you something. I must say that I am pleasantly surprised by the quality of the main piano sound, the grand piano. It brings me back to the time where I just started as a very young piano student. So I was 5 or 6 years old and I had this very small keyboard and it sounded nowhere near as good. So for the same amount of money, a beginner entry-level instrument, you can get so much more for the same price range as it was 20 or 30 years ago. So right off the bat, I'm like, oh boy, I wish I had this instrument when I just started playing. The AP-300 has 19 sounds overall, one of which is an upright bass sound that can be splitted to the left hand. And I'm gonna demonstrate something because it's Christmas, let's keep going with the Christmas spirit. Aside from the pianos, the best sound on this keyboard, in my opinion, is the electric pianos. And let's face it, those are the sound you're gonna use 95% of the time. So I'm glad Casio was kind enough to include a very good Rhodes piano sound. Let's hear it. Now you could see that I was operating the sounds via the touch screen here in the corner. So basically you click a button and then you press one of the corresponding keys here in the middle to get to the 19 different sounds. It's very easy. Now I'm going to show you a couple of more sounds and then let's talk about the action of the instrument. Now let's play something that will put this keyboard action to the test. As it turns out, this keyboard action managed to successfully handle the 1920s ragtime piece, which is pretty fast and technically demanding. Overall, again, considering the price and considering this is aimed for beginners, I'm super happy, and I would, as a piano teacher, recommend this keyboard for a piano student. In my opinion, the action is probably the best thing about this piano. After having tested this action, I could easily recommend the AP-300 to anybody looking to get into piano and to improve the look of his home. Because let's face it, part of playing beautiful music and learning on an instrument that also inspires you visually, it goes hand in hand. Now let me show you a couple of more sounds, and then we'll talk about the speakers and additional features. As you can see, the Casio has enough sounds to get you started, and you can always increase that sound palette by hooking to an external laptop or sound module. Now, as for the speakers, it is very hard to convey via video how good they are. I would honestly always recommend to go to a shop and test it yourself, because the connection between you, the physical connection between yourself and the instrument, is the most important factor, in my opinion, when making a purchase decision. So I would definitely test the Casio AP-300 against the competitors and see what you like the best. I find the speakers very adequate, they're not overly loud, but they definitely sound full enough, and I get a good sound of the bass, the upright bass sound on the left hand, very satisfactory sound, which is what matters. I don't want to hear teeny bass. It's pretty good. On the touchscreen menu to the side of the piano, you can access all sorts of functions like metronome, recording, changing sound and splitting the keyboard. And by the way, you can use this as a Bluetooth speaker. The Casio AP-300 comes with a Bluetooth adapter that allows you to stream music from your laptop or phone and use this as a speaker. Another thing that I like about the touchscreen is that when not in use, it dims itself so it doesn't interrupt the overall look and the elegance of the instrument. What would I like to see improved from Casio on the next model? First of all, I would appreciate upgraded other sounds. So we got the piano and the electric piano, which already sounds good and you use them most of the time. but I would definitely appreciate better organs, better digital FM pianos, maybe better strings as well. I know Casio makes great sounds like the ones on the CT S500, so maybe they could put some of these into the engine of this AP series. Other than that, I like how simple and elegant the instrument looks. I'm that sort of person who just likes to sit around the piano and just play it. I don't want to be distracted by all sorts of bells and whistles, a huge 9-inch touch screen with lots of options. The touch screen in here is basically super small and it dims itself. You barely notice it and you barely need to use it to access the functions of the instrument. Another thing I would like to see Casio improve is this music sheet stand attached. So it is wide enough but not long enough to hold A4 pages securely. You can see it kind of curves around and backwards and it's hard to look at. So I do realize that the vast majority of people use iPads or phones or tablets, and for that purpose it's perfectly fine. But again, I'm this old school guy who likes sheet music and it can't hold those very well, but it can hold this sort of thing, the more substantial folder, pretty fine, perfectly. So if you are using sheet music, don't use them like this, use them inside a folder or a document. The last thing I'd like to talk about that I like about the Casio is that it has a built-in dust cover that handles itself pretty neatly, protects the instrument, very quiet, really cool. All in all, my impressions of the Casio AP-300 are very positive. In fact, I'm going to be inviting some family and friends to the house and we're gonna play this piano together and we're gonna jam and we're gonna eat and drink and have a good time. So I must say that putting one of these in your house is gonna definitely upgrade the mood and bring in a lot of happiness to your life. So definitely consider this when you're at a music store. That's all for now, and I hope you all have a great day.